Hi everybody, my name is Boss Mode Billy. I like to make gaming content as well as other videos. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you love Roblox as much as I do. I'm going to do more gameplay vlogs and walkthrough tutorials in the future, so make sure you ring that bell for notifications. Today we're playing the Roblox experience Eat Slimes to Grow Huge by Bananas Studios Games. This is a continuation of the video I uploaded yesterday. I think I'm going to play this slime game more because it is so fun. If you like agar.io you will like this. I think this is even better, to be honest. Today I'm going to talk to you about a subject I really like. It might be too nerdy for some of you and I'm sorry. It's called literature. Or books. I know, I am a dork. I like to read books sometimes. Sure. Just kidding, please don't sue me. Ernest Hemingway is one of the most iconic writers of the 20th century, a man whose life and work have captivated readers for generations. Born on July 21, 1899, in Oak Park, Illinois, Hemingway grew up in a family that valued hard work and outdoor adventure. His early life was marked by a love of nature, hunting, and fishing, which would later become central themes in his writing. Despite struggling with dyslexia as a child, Hemingway found solace in words, and his passion for storytelling only intensified as he grew older. Hemingway's journey as a writer began during World War I, when he served as an ambulance driver on the Italian front. It was here that he suffered severe injuries, including the loss of his left leg, which would haunt him for the rest of his life. These experiences profoundly shaped his writing, infusing it with a sense of gritty realism and a focus on the human condition. His first book, 3 Stories and 10 Poems, published in 1923, marked the beginning of a literary career that would span decades and earn him international acclaim. One reason Hemingway's work remains so essential is its unflinching portrayal of the human experience. His writing often explores themes of love, loss, and mortality, but also delves into the complexities of masculinity, war, and identity. Novels like The Old Man and the Sea 1952 and A Farewell to Arms 1929 showcase his unique ability to balance lyricism with simplicity, creating a distinctive narrative voice that has become synonymous with literary modernism. Hemingway's prose is spare, direct, and often brutal, yet it also contains a deep empathy for the people and places he writes about. Hemingway's impact extends far beyond the literary world. His life and work have inspired countless artists, musicians, and filmmakers who continue to draw on his themes of authenticity and rebellion. From the French existentialists to the beat poets, Hemingway's influence can be seen in the works of those who sought to break free from conventional norms and forge their own paths. Moreover, his experiences as a soldier and journalist have made him an important figure in the history of modern warfare, highlighting the human cost of conflict and the need for empathy in understanding its aftermath. Today, Hemingway's legacy continues to captivate readers and writers around the world. His writing has been translated into over 40 languages, and his books remain staples of high school English curricula. However, it is not just his literary contributions that make him important. It is also his complex and multifaceted personality, marked by both a rugged individualism and a deep sense of vulnerability. Hemingway's story serves as a reminder that the most compelling writers are often those who have lived lives of adventure, risk, and struggle, and that their work can continue to inspire and challenge us long after they are gone. I want to talk a little more about The Old Man and the Sea, one of his books that I like a lot. In 1952, Ernest Hemingway published his magnum opus, The Old Man and the Sea, a novella that would cement his reputation as one of the greatest writers of the 20th century. This poignant and powerful tale tells the story of Santiago, an aging fisherman who embarks on a journey to catch a giant marlin off the coast of Cuba. On the surface, the narrative appears to be a simple, even straightforward account of a man's quest for adventure and redemption. However, beneath this deceptively plain exterior lies a rich tapestry of themes and motifs that have captivated readers for generations. One of the most striking aspects of The Old Man and the Sea is its exploration of the human condition. Santiago, a grizzled veteran of the sea, has spent his life plying the waters off Cuba in search of the elusive giant marlin. His existence is marked by a series of failures and setbacks, from the loss of his crew to the failure to catch any fish for 84 days. This narrative thread serves as a powerful metaphor for the universal human experience of struggling against the vicissitudes of fate. Santiago's story is one of resilience in the face of adversity, a testament to the indomitable will to survive and overcome even the most daunting challenges. Hemingway's prose in The Old Man and the Sea is characteristically spare and direct, yet it also contains a deep lyricism that has been praised for its beauty and simplicity. The novella's language is redolent with the rhythms of the sea, from the lapping waves to the cries of the gulls. This focus on sensory details serves to immerse the reader in the world of the story, drawing us into Santiago's experiences and emotions with a profound intimacy. Furthermore, Hemingway's use of metaphor, particularly his famous comparison of the old man's body to a battered vessel, adds layers of depth and complexity to the narrative, inviting the reader to ponder the symbolism and resonance of each image. One of the most compelling aspects of The Old Man and the Sea is its exploration of themes related to aging, identity, and mortality. Santiago's age and physical decline serve as a reminder that we are all mortal, our bodies subject to the ravages of time and the whims of fate. This awareness is underscored by Hemingway's vivid portrayal of the old man's struggles with his own decay, from the pain in his back to the stiffness in his joints. At the same time, however, Santiago's determination to catch the marlin represents a defiant rejection of mortality, a refusal to surrender to the inevitability of death. The novella's climax, in which Santiago is mauled by sharks and ultimately prevails over the marlin, has been interpreted in countless ways over the years. Some have seen it as a symbol of the human struggle against nature, while others have viewed it as an affirmation of the power of will and determination. Regardless of interpretation, however, the image of the old man's triumph, battered, broken, yet still standing on his feet, remains one of the most iconic and enduring moments in all of American literature. In conclusion, The Old Man and the Sea is a masterpiece of 20th century literature that continues to captivate readers with its timeless themes and majestic prose. This novella's exploration of the human condition, its celebration of resilience in the face of adversity, and its haunting imagery have cemented Hemingway's reputation as one of the greatest writers of our time. As we read Santiago's story, we are reminded that even in the darkest moments of our lives, there is always a glimmer of hope, and that it is this hope that ultimately defines us as human beings. Ernest also wrote another really good book. Not as good as Old Man and the Sea in my humble opinion, but still good. It's called A Farewell to Arms. Published in 1929, Ernest Hemingway's novel A Farewell to Arms is a masterpiece of modernist literature that has captivated readers for generations with its poignant and powerful portrayal of love, loss, and the human cost of war. Set against the backdrop of World War I, the novel tells the story of Lieutenant Frederick Henry, an American ambulance driver who falls in love with Catherine Barclay, a British nurse, while serving on the Italian front. As they navigate the treacherous landscape of war-torn Europe, their relationship becomes a beacon of hope and humanity in the midst of chaos and destruction. One of the most striking aspects of A Farewell to Arms is its unflinching portrayal of the brutality and senselessness of war. Hemingway's depiction of the Italian front is marked by a stark realism that leaves no doubt about the horrors of conflict. From the muddy trenches to the abandoned hospitals, every scene is imbued with a sense of desolation and despair that serves as a powerful indictment of the futility of war. At the same time, however, Hemingway also explores the human cost of war through the character of Frederick Henry, who struggles to come to terms with the loss of his friends, his identity, and ultimately, his innocence. The relationship between Frederick and Catherine is at the heart of A Farewell to Arms, and it is here that Hemingway's masterful prose shines brightest. Their romance is a beautiful and tender thing, marked by moments of exquisite tenderness and intimacy. However, it is also a doomed affair, one that is ultimately destroyed by the very forces that have brought them together, the war. This tragic narrative thread serves as a powerful commentary on the fragility of human connection in the face of catastrophic events. The novel's ending is one of the most iconic moments in all of American literature, as Frederick and Catherine face the reality of their situation with a mix of resignation and defiance. Their decision to flee from the war together serves as a powerful rejection of the values that have brought them to this point, the values of duty, honor, and country. Instead, they choose to live in the moment, to cherish every second they have together, and to accept their mortality with courage and dignity. In conclusion, A Farewell to Arms is a masterpiece of modernist literature that continues to captivate readers with its powerful portrayal of love, loss, and the human cost of war. This novel's exploration of the fragility of human connection in the face of catastrophic events, its celebration of resilience and courage in the midst of chaos, and its taunting imagery have cemented Hemingway's reputation as one of the greatest writers of our time. As we read Frederick and Catherine's story, we are reminded that even in the darkest moments of our lives, there is always a glimmer of hope, and that it is this hope that ultimately defines us as human beings. There is also something you may not know about Ernest Hemingway. It is cats. There are so many fun and interesting facts about Ernest's cats that I want to share with you. Ernest Hemingway's life was marked by a deep love for animals, particularly cats. His fascination with felines began early in his life, and it is said that he received his first cat, a white cat named Snowball, as a gift from his sister Marceline when he was just 9 years old. Over the course of his life, Hemingway would go on to acquire many more cats, some of which became beloved companions and others that simply wandered into his life. His love for these animals was not limited to their affectionate nature or playful antics, but also extended to their ability to provide comfort and inspiration in times of turmoil. Hemingway's cats, as they came to be known, were a fixture on the grounds of his Key West home, where he lived with Mary Welsh Hemingway, his fourth wife. The cats roamed freely, often lounging in the sun or prowling through the gardens, and seemed to embody the very spirit of their owner's writing style: simple, direct, and uncomplicated. Hemingway himself was known to have a fondness for certain characteristics in his feline companions. He liked them to be independent, self-reliant, and unafraid to take risks, traits that he saw as essential to the writer's craft. Despite their association with Hemingway's writing, the cats on his Key West estate were not simply decorative pets. They were working animals of a sort, serving as both companions and muses for their owner. Many accounts suggest that Hemingway would often sit at his desk surrounded by his feline friends, drawing inspiration from their curious nature and playful antics. In this sense, the cats can be seen as an integral part of Hemingway's creative process, helping him to tap into his inner world and channel it onto paper. The relationship between Hemingway and his cats was also marked by a deep affection and loyalty on both sides. Many of the cats that lived with Hemingway were rescued from various parts of the country and brought back to Key West, where they would be cared for and loved by their owner. In return, the cats seemed to provide Hemingway with a sense of comfort and solace in his later years, as well as a reminder of the simple pleasures in life. Today, many of Hemingway's cats can still be found on the grounds of his Key West home, which has been converted into a museum dedicated to the life and work of Ernest Hemingway. Some 50 descendants of these original cats remain on the property, roaming freely through the gardens and grounds as if they were still part of their owner's daily routine. It is a testament to the enduring power of Hemingway's love for animals and his ability to find inspiration in even the simplest of things. The legacy of Hemingway's cats extends far beyond their own lives, however, serving as a reminder of the writer's deep affection for the natural world and its creatures. In an age where many writers and artists are increasingly isolated from the world around them, Hemingway's love for his feline companions serves as a powerful example of how even the most seemingly mundane experiences can be transformed into sources of inspiration and creativity. Okay, so we reached the end of the video. I hope you learned something about Ernest today. He's a very interesting writer and very famous. One of the ones that I like. If you liked this content, please like and subscribe. And ring that bell for notifications. Also, if you made it this far in the video, comment Ernest down in the comments so I know you're a real one.